Left 4 Dead 2, we're taking a look at the Last Stand update. So this is a really strange and sort of bizarre situation. Basically, part of the Left 4 Dead 2 community has been working on this sort of update and enhancement and improvement to the game for quite a while. And Valve was like, hey, you know what? Let's make it an official update. And here, after I have no idea how many years, Left 4 Dead 2 has been given an update. It's come out at a cheaper price for a limited time, and lets people jump in for free to check it out right away, and then they'll go back to normal afterwards. But yeah, this is a really cool update to the game. So Left 4 Dead is a zombie kind of survival game with a series of campaigns you work through. It's co-op focused. You're in a squad, moving checkpoint to checkpoint. There are a lot of other modes too, though. It's like a survival, scavenge, the gas tank ones, multiplayer servers online where you can have like huge amounts of players trying to survive and fight each other. It's really cool. That's the gist of what Left 4 Dead is in general, but let's take a look at this actual update here. So what we're getting is a brand new campaign, which we'll show off momentarily here, but we're actually showing off a new survival map. So they added 26 new survival maps to the games, brand new environments, taking parts of the existing story really and adding that to the overall experience. But yeah, like I was saying, you'll see this in a sec, there's a brand new campaign. It's kind of decent. It kind of takes the idea of the Lighthouse level, if you're familiar with that one, and kind of turns it into its own little story thing, which is kind of fun. So they had just a ton of content here. There's a fuel crisis, get gassed, and 4 new scavenge arenas. That's kind of cool. They added new weapons, so I think you might have already seen that already. The shovel, the pitchfork, brand new melee weapons and adjustments there. So if you are wondering about the game, a lot of this is my modding too, but pitchforks and shovels are new to the actual core experience. But yeah, like the characters and the Christmas tree styles and stuff, it's all me modding, because I love to do that. So they've also added new animations, official implementation of Counter-Strike source weapons in all servers, formerly unused dialogue is here, PvP enhancements and fixes, versus survival added to the main menu. Left 4 Dead 1 common infected models with gore have been added in. So you notice that if there's the occasional odd infected that is not a Stay Puffed here, that's kind of some of the new models, which I think is kind of humorous. But yeah, the Stay Puffed are like one of the best mods. These are the best zombies in gaming, I gotta be honest. It's just fantastic. I love modding Left 4 Dead. I think my Left 4 Dead size is like 2 or 3 times bigger than the actual game, just dedicated modding wise, which is kind of cool. They also added new mutations, Rocket Dude and Tank Run, UI improvements, a ton of bug fixes and exploits. It's a small update too, but size wise it doesn't take forever to apply. There are 30 brand new achievements you can unlock on Steam. Now this is again for the PC version only, and it's just really, really cool to see them take, this incredible work from the community and actually throw it into the full game here. It's quite a staggering amount of content in terms of what's here, because there's more than 1,000 changes across the entire game. So many different adjustments to the package, fine-tuning of it, and it's better than ever now actually because of this. And I think it's that kind of dedication and Valve being super cool in regards to supporting the community in that way and releasing this. It was shocking news. I couldn't actually believe it when I heard that they were going to be applying an update to the game, or adding new content to it after so many years. I thought it was a bit of a joke online, but alas, here we go. We're jumping into it, showing it off. Again, this is part of the new campaign that you can jump into, The Last Stand there. I was just like, wow, this is really, really cool to see. It's not something you see a lot of games get, like support after this long of time without any sort of updates or changes to the game. Left 4 Dead 2 really does seem to be the sort of definitive Left 4 Dead experience, I guess. I'm assuming they're maybe never going to do another game in the series, because Valve doesn't seem to be able to do 3s, but here we go. We got this final update. I'm very appreciative of that. Obviously the modding community is still very strong for the game. I mean, I'm not right as into the scene as I used to be, but I still enjoy jumping on for a Left 4 Dead night. I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I've even created a mod or two for it, which is kind of neat. But yeah, really cool to see. all those new survival maps, all these changes, all these adjustments. I mean, it's hard to really dive into all the different things that are present here. I think I've covered like basically the main points that they wanted to highlight in regards to the game. There's so many things you're going to see, like long-term benefits from smaller adjustments to certain things, fixing of exploits and problems, and I think they've done a wonderful job of it from what I've seen. You know, jumping into the different survival maps, playing this campaign experience and seeing it in action is kind of fun. And then all the new dialogue, I mean, there's some new dialogue, which is kind of cool. And they just really expanded it into a really neat little adjustment to the game. I have noticed it seems a bit more hardcore survival-wise. I don't know if I'm just going crazy, but yeah, that might have been too to a degree. Just something I thought I'd mention. But yeah, the actual campaign itself feels right on brand for the series. I think it gives a nice little extra background context. And I don't know if I'm crazy, but I do think the Christmas tree effect adds a nice little touch to the game, and maybe you should download that one too because it's a fun mod. But yeah, you get this new campaign, a pile of survival maps to enjoy, you know, alone or with others, and then so many refinements to the experience that you're going to see applied basically like for the servers online, for multiplayer action, whatever part of Left 4 Dead you like, it's going to be greatly improved because of this, and it's a nice legacy update to the game. Again, you won't see this on other platforms. You're not going to see this on the console versions. It's just not going to happen. But, you know, on this PC side of things, it's really great to have. It's great to have this perfect version of Left 4 Dead that I think still holds up today. So if you're not, you know, entirely familiar with Left 4 Dead and what it is, I guess I could dive into that a little bit too. Again, seeing here the melee weapon, kind of do the shovel. Let's see what kind of mods pop up for it. But in Left 4 Dead 2, you get the entirety of the second game, you know, the story with the characters, and then you also get Left 4 Dead 1 included too, with all those characters and stuff, and upgraded to Left 4 Dead 2. So I think it's kind of just like this huge package. And then, you know, you also got like Coldstream, which is a fun extra campaign mission they added later on, which I also think was kind of fan driven. I can't remember, but yeah, that was really nice to have. Then this content update. And then just a ton of different modes to play, right? You've got your versus, that's like one team is playing as the special infected, helping the zombies, and one team is playing as the survivors, trying to reach as far as they can in order to get points for their team. That's kind of really cool. Then there's like the gas tanks type mode, where you're trying to do that team-based thing. And then, you know, obviously survival mode, where you're just trying to go as long as you can, which is fun. And then, yeah, it's just a really well-rounded package with a lot going on in it. A lot of fun to be had, countless hours of gameplay. If you want to expand the experience, the modding takes things further. They have these online servers where the versus gets like bloated out entirely to like huge numbers of players being present, which is really a blast and what I play every time. They have all kinds of crazy mods there, and I hope this package does help them do more with the scope of what can be done game-wise, and I think that'll be really cool to see how they build that out. And then mods, right? Just taking the game in so many different directions. There's so many ways to do it, from like the Steam Workshop. I think there's like a Left 4 Dead map site or something like that too. Just a ton of ways to change the experience to be whatever you want it to be, and I think that's really awesome to have available in this. You know, so many neat options for gameplay, neat things to do, and it's just an absolute blast to see in action. So many creative ways to engage with this one, whether you are just doing that vanilla experience, which I think is a little bit bored after doing all these mods, or modding it to the absolute max, because they've got like almost, feels like limited options in regards to the customized elements of this one, and it's just an absolute treat. So I hope we've enjoyed this look at a few of the maps and content from the actual game. You know, that's really what I wanted to share. And then there's going to be another little survival thing here too, which is another one of the new survival maps. All of this should be new content as well that I've shown here today from The Last Stand. And it's a pleasure. I really love Left 4 Dead. It's such a fun game. It's a great time whether you're playing it alone with the AI or you're playing it with friends. I think it's even more of a blast if you can get a group together and have a good time with it. But I definitely do suggest jumping into Left 4 Dead if you haven't yet. If you've always been curious about it, great time too. It's going to have a little bit of a refresh community because of this, and I think that's wonderful. And hopefully maybe they see this as a thing where, hey, like, let's do some more updates or add more community updates to the game. That would be cool, just to see further support as well for the future and longevity of this great franchise that I dream of having a third one for, and I don't think we will, but it would be cool.
Hey, watch out!
Watch out! Spit!
Damn it, I'm covered in goo!
Reloading.
Spit up! Gun! Reloading!
Reloading.
Watch out! Oh shit! Watch out!
Don't mean to bother y'all, but I need some help. Thanks, Nick.
Gotta reload!
Damn, I hurt. We got a boomer!
Shoot it!
Watch out.
That shit was crazy.